How you doing, folks? Hart Robinson today. Here we are, downtown Memphis. We're at the Memphis Boat Center. We're going to give you a, as brief as we can make it, tutorial on launching a boat, and included with that, ramp etiquette. So you can see here, we're parked on the ramp, right in front of where we're going to go in the water. That would not be how you would do this on a busy weekend. You would want to prepare your boat, parked over to the side, out of the way, remove the tie-down straps, be sure your drain plug's in, get all the gear that you need in the boat, coolers, extra people, whatever it is you have with you, do that out of the way. And then, once ready, pull onto the ramp, get in line, whatever needs to happen for you to go ahead and load the boat into the water. So we've got our drain plug in. We're going to go ahead and remove the tie-downs. We're going to leave the front of the boat secured until we are over the water. It's rare that it happens, but if you unhook the boat here, it could slide off the trailer. I've done it personally. I know of people have done it. You never think it's going to happen to you. Okay, we're back here at the back of the boat. Drain plug's in. This particular boat only has one drain plug. It's important that you are aware if your boat has more than one. Most inboard boats are going to have two. Some of them even have three. So consult your dealer or the person you're buying it from if it's a first boat for you. And these tie downs are nice because they're already bolted to the trailer. We got those removed. Okay, I want to go ahead and show you this. We're up here at the front of the boat. Not all trailers are going to have two bow rollers, but it's important to note the strap goes between the two bow rollers. If you just had one, it would go under the roller. And this ring, this bow eye, should be right in between these two. If you just have one, the front of it should be all the way up to the front roller and tight. This boat is actually too far back on the trailer. The reason we want the bow eye all the way up is if this strap weren't here, as we ride down the road, as you hit bumps, it would make for a really rough ride on the trailer. It could also result in too little tongue weight on the trailer, which is going to cause it to sway from side to side. Okay, folks, so I'm going to look in the mirror and want to sight both the trailer on the left and right side. And there's a couple different ways of doing it, but typically a lot of people will put their hand on the bottom of the steering wheel to the left. You'll put the steering wheel to the left, your hand to the left. Okay, so it's opposite. If you're driving up here, it's going to be the opposite, but here that's why people use their hand on the bottom sometimes. You can watch in the mirror. If you get too sideways, then the easiest way to reset is to just straighten up, pull back up the hill. The more straight you begin the process, the easier it is to back up. You'll notice the front edge of the fender is sticking out of the water just a little bit. Every ramp is different, every boat is different, but this is a good starting point for loading. That's where you would want the trailer. When you're bringing the boat onto the trailer, once it's up to its final position, you don't want any part of the boat floating. You want it fully in contact with the bunks of the trailer. And what that's going to do is it's going to be sure that that boat is where it's supposed to be, assuming you're on a custom boat trailer that's matched for that boat, when you pull out of the water. If it's floating, if the back of the boat is floating, when the strap is secured and the bow eye is all the way up to the roller, you're way too deep. Right now, this is about appropriate for if we were bringing it on the trailer. If we were doing this by ourselves, we ended up finding a helper. So if we were doing this by ourselves, I would probably back the trailer just a little bit deeper. But now I'm going to go ahead and get in the boat, and Brandon's going to help us back in the rest of the way. You'll notice that he stops backing up when I start moving. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and fire up the motor and get it running before he ever backs up. You'll notice a lot of times at the lake, people will back the boat in, it'll come off the trailer, and then it won't start. You don't want to be that guy paddling back into the trailer, so you want to get it running before you ever back it off, okay? All right, we're all running, so I'm going to let Brandon know to come ahead and back up. Okay, Brandon. I'm going to put it, not going to trim the drive all the way down because we don't want to hit the ramp with it, with the propellers. I've got it in reverse, and we back off nice and easy. Now notice the depth of the trailer. You would never want the trailer that deep in the water if we were loading it. That's way too deep. The only thing sticking out is the bow stop, but you'll often see that at the ramp. Once off the trailer into deeper water, we can go ahead and trim the out drive down all the way. I'm going in and out of gear, pulling up to the ramp, to the dock nice and slowly.